Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what can we expect in the European Union in 2024. As usual, this is a general reading, so this is really as a guidance to kind of see how to navigate the energies that are coming up. We're going to start first with the Animal Spirit card, which is all about the Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. So whenever the wolf shows up, it can be an indication that the person that the reading is for, in this case the European Union, is on the right path, because the wolves are kind of a pathfinder. And turning knowledge into wisdom is kind of very important, that you're not just learning things, but you're actually creating some true knowledge from everything that you learned. And it can be also that you're gonna kind of create some kind of a magic with your experience overall, and it might be that there might be some unknown information that is yet to be discovered for the European Union, because sometimes when this card shows up, it kind of you're being told that not to pretend you know something when you don't. So I think this is kind of like what the European Union needs to balance, that don't try to act that you know the answer for everything, because the true experience will be the one that gives you the knowledge, the wisdom that you need. And this is kind of like a sign that the European Union needs to be a little bit more open, humble, and teachable, and the world will kind of open itself to the EU that way. But let's see what can we expect on a monthly basis. January, the main energy is represented by the Two of Pentacles, and it is clarified by the lovely energy of the Sun. So Two of Pentacles is all about balance, managing things, being very smart from a resource perspective. So this is kind of like when you need to balance your budget, when you need to balance all of your resources, when you're very busy, things are happening very fast, and you're able to attend to everything that comes to your way. So this can be like, as I said, balancing the finances, the economy of the union, and finding ways to make things happen. It is clarified by the Sun. So the Sun, first of all, can indicate some positive changes in terms of resources, in terms of balancing money, in terms of the economy. Something positive might change in January. But it can be also that something regarding the finances, regarding balancing the budget, will come to light that will actually help the European Union to move forward. Overall, the Sun is indicating that something positive is happening when it comes to resources, finances, and balancing things. Now, next we're going to look at February. February, we have the energy of the Hermit, and we have the clarifier of the King of Cups. So, Hermit is all about learning, discovery, your true path. So maybe the European Union will kind of reconsider, okay, what is that we're trying to achieve, what is the new purpose of the European Union. And the King of Cups is all about balance, like finding balance in very turbulent times and being strong. It can be also a good indicator of balancing thoughts, feelings, and communication. King of Cups is somebody who is a great diplomat, so maybe this time is going to be good for the European Union to actually reconsider their diplomatic approach and whatever they're kind of trying to achieve, whatever their main purpose and goal is. Now let's see what March is going to be all about. March, our main card is the Hangman, finding new perspective, and it is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So let's talk about the Hangman. The Hangman is all about rethinking things, seeing things from a new perspective, or considering to give up something that was important in order to gain this new perspective. Very interesting that I already done the spread for the United Kingdom, and both the United Kingdom had the Hermit and the Hangman around this time, more in March, April, if I recall it correctly. So there's something that's being reconsidered here. I'm not sure if it is the relationship with the United Kingdom, but there's something in terms of the purpose, seeing things from a different perspective, that's happening this time for both kind of entities. What's interesting that it is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So Seven of Pentacles is all about taking count on whatever you've been working for. Is this something worth continuing doing, or you need to kind of try something new? And the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very logical, smart, and sees things as they are, and kind of getting this enlightenment, getting the breakthrough. So I think they're going to be reconsidering at this period of time what should be the new goal of the European Union. Is the current path the right path? Whatever they've been working, and I think they're going to get some kind of a breakthrough moment where they're going to be able to decide that, okay, this is how we want to continue. Let's see what April is going to be all about. April, our main energy is the Nine of Pentacles, and it is clarified by the Devil. So Nine of Pentacles is all about financial stability, something that you worked hard towards and you achieved it. And this is definitely a card of abundance. When you have the resources to do whatever you want, it can be a great indication from an economy perspective, but it is also a card of independence. And so when it comes to the European Union, maybe there might be some questions around April about independence, or certain countries of whether they want to stay independent or not. Now it's very interesting you have the Devil here, because kind of like a devil is this devilish cycle, like when you're kind of going through the same cycles what you've been through before, because you haven't kind of learned, and it kind of has this dependent feeling as well, right? When you're kind of dependent on something, you kind of know that it's not the best thing for you to do, but you have hard time breaking away from it. Now, but the Devil kind of has this energy of luring back. So what I'm kind of getting here is maybe there's going to be a question of independence of some countries or not. It might be that it's going to be the UK, because again, like you have both the Hermit and both the Hangman around the same time, and the Devil I kind of feel, as you can see, he's kind of calling you back. Come back to me. So maybe this is the European Union, where they kind of going to have some negotiations whether the UK is going to want to return or not to the EU. I can totally see that happening because of similarities in the spread. But again, like the devilish cycle, maybe there's going to be another country that might be thinking about going independent, or there's going to be just a bigger question of the independence of the nations in the European Union. And this is kind of like a recurring cycle that I feel. Now let's see what May is going to be all about. May is going to be a great month for the EU, because it is the main energy is the Sun, which is the most positive card in the deck, and it is clarified by the Temperance, which is all about patience. So what's kind of interesting here for me, that I think there's going to be a breakthrough moment in terms of these questions, because the Sun can can shine a light on something to move forward positively. It is also a positive change, a prosperous change, when things are going well, when things are positive, hopeful. The Sun is the best energy you can get. The Temperance is all about being patient. So I think there needs to be a little bit patient here. to kind of create something better, because I think there's going to be a lot of questioning. How can things be better? How can we improve on things? And let's see what June's going to be all about. So June, the main energy is the Five of Pentacles, and it is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, which we just had in April. So June, there's going to be elections in the EU. So there might be some struggles around that, because the Five of Pentacles is the card of struggles, financial struggles. Maybe the economy is going to be kind of challenged, or just the whole structure, the system, or the EU is going to kind of feel a little bit unsure about certain things. Now, again, you have this very different energies with the Nine of Pentacles, because you know, as I said, Five of Pentacles is the card of struggles, financial struggles, but the Nine of Pentacles is the card of abundance, financial independence. So there might be that the question of independence is going to come up at multiple times of the year. But we'll see. Let's see what July is going to bring. July, we have here as the main card the Emperor, and the recurring theme with the Hermit energy. The Emperor is all about structure. It is all about authority. So I think it might be that the new EU government or new parliament is going to be formed. So there's going to be some new structures, because the Emperor is all about structure, success, traditions, and kind of moving forward. Like it's a positive card. This is the card of success. It's a leadership card, so there might be some new leadership in the European Union in July after the elections. And it is kind of governed, it is clarified by the Hermit energy, which is again all about rethinking the new path, rethinking the new goals, what the EU wants to achieve. So I think there's going to be definitely some new leadership in the European Union in July. And let's see, August. Our main energy is the Eight of Swords, and it is clarified by the Justice. So Eight of Swords is kind of like an indication of being in a situation where you don't see a way out. Like you're kind of feeling trapped, you're feeling that you don't know how to solve a problem. Now this can be any kind of situation. This can be an internal conflict in the EU. Most likely it will be an internal conflict, because the Eight of Swords is a conflict that's happening internally in a person. So for me, when I kind of look at it from a state perspective, there's going to be some kind of an internal conflict that the EU needs to resolve. But you have the Justice. The Justice is a card of decision, legal system, some kind of a legal process. It can be also a card of an agreement, a treaty when it comes to a country. So there might be some kind of an internal conflict that I think will be resolved, because the Justice can kind of bring this resolution in any kind of legal conflict where a decision is being made. Now let's see what September is going to be all about. September is kind of driven by the Two of Wands, and the clarifier is the Eight of Swords. There's lots of repetitive cards here, which we're going to talk about later. So Two of Wands, September, there's going to be some kind of a big decision for the EU to make. A big decision where they need to kind of decide on a new path, right? They need to decide about sides in terms of the world, which side they're going to be on. Maybe they just need to think about what it is that they like to explore as a new path. It's going to be something where they're going to struggle in terms of balancing whatever they already worked on and whatever this new path is. And you know, you have the Eight of Swords, which is again the mental conflict, the internal conflict, that's gonna be kind of playing a big role. Now let's see what the next month, October, is gonna bring. October, the main energy is the Judgment, and it is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. So judgment can be a decision, can be discovering your true calling, discovering, what you're trying to achieve. It can be a big decision. It can be like being judged, or can be some kind of a legal treaty, an international treaty that the judgment can represent. But it can be also that the EU might be called for something. Because when you look at the Six of Pentacles is all about balance, it's all about harmony and providing help when somebody in a powerful position is coming in to help. What I'm kind of getting here, that the EU is going to be called to provide financial help for something. I'm not sure what that is. Obviously, it can be maybe the Ukraine war, maybe some other things, but there's definitely some calling to provide some funds for something. Let me know what you think, what it might be. Now, when we look at the next month, November, you have the Queen of Cups energy as the main protagonist, and you have the Two of Pentacles again as a clarifier. So the Queen of Cups is kind of like a leader that leads from the heart, who's very empathetic, somebody who kind of takes care of the people and how they feel is very important. Now this can be an empathetic leader that kind of steps in November, but it is also a card of healing, recovering of something. The cups can be, the cup court cards can indicate for me good diplomacy as well, and it is kind of clarified by the Two of Pentacles, which is again all about balancing things, balancing money, balancing finances, balancing projects, whatever you work on and whatever you don't. Now let's see what the final month, December, is going to bring. But before that, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you like this video, and don't forget to check out my other videos where I'm giving a forecast for the various signs in various areas of life. So we have here the Wheel of Fortune as the main energy, and again the Judgment as the clarifier. So there's a couple of things. The wheel is the card of change. When things are changing, the wheel is turning, and kind of like things are changing for the better. So there's some kind of a positive change happening in December, which kind of will give the EU some kind of a new destiny, a new calling itself. This is kind of like when an indication that I think the EU is going to be on the right path in December, because you have the wheel, where the universe is kind of conspiring to your favor. So in this case, the universe will help the EU in some way, and the Judgment is when you're called to do something, when you are fulfilling your destiny, when you're kind of reborn to do something. So there's definitely, the year's gonna end for the EU very positively. There's a couple of things that I want to call attention to, some of the repetitive cards. Like you have here the Judgment twice, you have the Two of Pentacles twice, you have the Sun twice, you have the Hermit twice, you have the Nine of Pentacles twice, and the Eight of Swords as well twice. Like those are kind of the synchronicities which we need to kind of pay attention to. And when you look at the overall reading, there's lots of cards that are talking about balance, like the King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles again, the Justice, the Judgment, and making decisions about the Two of Wands. Like these are all that are kind of all about balance. There's a lot of kind of self-discovery here as well, and the question of independence and stability. But I think overall there's going to be some positive changes, because you have the sun, you have the wheel, you have the sun twice, you have the judgment and the wheel, and then I think there's going to be some new structures in the EU. Now let me know what you think in the comment. What are these changes that you would like to see? What are the changes that these cards are alluding to? But I hope that you like this reading, and I'll be able to see you in a different video.